There's this TikTok video that came out that, oh boy, it got a lot of women mad. Oh, they pretty upset by this video. So I said, let me look into this video and see what's going on. So this is NFL football player Juwon Johnson. Now he plays for the New Orleans Saints. He's a wide receiver. So his wife had came out and made a video. Now his wife, her name is Chanen Johnson. So she made this video, and I want you to see the video that made a lot of women mad. Oh, they got upset with this one. And then I added another video that she posted after that, just so people could see and get really mad again. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Alright guys, so today I'm going to show you what it's like to be an NFL wife. First things first, I get up at 6 a.m. and make some eggs for my husband. And then I add a lot of sugar in the eggs because he absolutely loves sugar and syrup in his eggs. And then he's going to go ahead and eat without me because I have to make the bed really quick. And there you go. Then I give him his jacket and his ironed clothes for the day. I got eyelash extensions so I look pleasing to him. And then I cleaned his shower. That way he can take a shower later. And then he left his clothes on the floor for me to fold. So NFL wife morning before practice routine. My husband actually despises the sound of an alarm clock, so I always make sure to wake up a little early. That way my soothing sound of my voice can wake him up from his slumber in the morning. And then I went ahead and started to watch his film for him and took notes. That way I can give him a scouting report for this Friday's game. And then he started his morning meditation and yoga, which I provided the ambiance for. But then he actually asked me to leave because I was disturbing his peace. So I went ahead and started to clean all of the doorknobs that he's going to be using for the morning. That way we practice caution and ensure his safety and health. And then after that, I ran out to the car with his morning coffee. That way I can start the car, heat it up, and make sure that the steering wheel is clean. That way he stays nice and safe on his ride to work.
So you watch those two videos. And boy, the women was mad about that video. Oh, they was mad. I'm going to talk about that because I'm pretty sure most of them aren't in that situation to be having an opinion like that. But first and foremost, that video or the videos you saw was her joking around, basically. They have other videos like that, and they even talking about how they just messing around, right? But why is it that the response was so swift about Chanen Johnson, even though this is a joke, Chanen Johnson doing anything remotely close to that for her husband? I'm going to repeat, her husband, not her side dude, not her boyfriend, her husband. I'm going to tell you really what it is and why so many got mad at her. They got mad at her for one reason and one reason only, because she was doing that to a black man. Let's call that what it is, because they don't want to see brothers happy. The majority of this country don't want to see black men happy at all. And let me tell you this much. The venom would be 1,000 times worse if she were a black woman doing this. And you know that I'm not lying with that. They would be calling her all kind of mammies. They'll be calling her pick-me's and all of that if she was doing that. But let's say if he was married to a black woman. I mean, she's not white. She's a Hispanic. But let's say if she was black, or even her being Hispanic, whatever, fine. You mad at her, but if this was a reality, isn't he playing in the NFL, so she don't have to work if she don't want to? She go to work if she choose to. She start a business because she choose to or whatever. And a little bit that she's doing is getting up in the morning, making some diabetes eggs. I don't know how true that is. Now I know about listen. I know about the sugar on the eggs because as a kid I used to like to put the Aunt Jemima on my eggs. So I know about that. Not that much sugar, but I do know about that. Yes, I know. So I thought it was quite funny when she had put, the look like Aunt Jemima or whatever on the eggs. I don't know why the sugar on top of sugar. Like I said, that's diabetes waiting to happen for that brother if he's eating like that outside of this joke. But she would be called all kind of names for this, okay? The big problem that we have, especially in the black community, is that we have allowed these group of people to push their women's movement, their feminism on our community. And that's not even the community that we need to be associating with. Obviously, you see that they don't cut for black women like that at all. They just want to use your voice to get another position with their man. But when you look at how they vote 55% Trump against you, right? There's no sisterhood in the area. But they don't want to see a black man happy whatsoever. One of them wrote, and it's a blue check mark too on Instagram. Hey, maid, I see you got on your maid clothes like you always do. If you like it, I love it. It says hashtag, I guess. Obviously, she love it. If that's what she's doing there, right? She got with him when he was in college and he played at Oregon. That's when they met. And then, he's in the NFL now. Okay. Most of you who are upset by that don't have a husband. Because if you had a husband, you would understand that some things you need to do for your husband if he's a provider. You understand? See, a man that's providing can get that from his woman. Her, getting up and making food and doing things. If he getting up and going and play football, if he going to bring home them $1 million checks where she can go buy all the clothes she wants, the car she wants. And if you look at her pictures that's on here on this particular article, if you could post some of those pictures up, Mr. Elvis, that's from the article, obviously she's spending money on clothes. She's taking vacations. She's doing whatever. Well, what's wrong with her cooking? What's wrong with her picking up? What's wrong with that? In marriage, and I know a lot of people aren't married, but I'm telling you from being married, okay? Marriage is about give and take. That's what it's about. You do things for your wife, she do things for you. I could imagine, boy, if y'all saw some of the things that my wife do for me, y'all be even more pissed off. Some things my wife do for me and have done for me in the past and still doing for me now, y'all be so pissed off with that. The reason why some of you aren't married is because you don't know how to be a wife. You don't know how to walk in your femininity. Some of you want to be so freaking manly that you want a man cooking and cleaning and him following behind you. Like let him be a man and you be. Listen, I believe in traditional gender roles. So anybody can't bark at me with that mess, because any woman, I say a woman, don't matter about no color, any woman that walk in her femininity, own that, and understand that, hey, if my man gonna provide, he gonna do what he's supposed to do. The least I can do is, man, if he want a meal, let me make that. I'm good with that. Would you rather the meals he eat come from your hands instead of, I read some of them, well, he can go to a restaurant. Why do you want another woman or man cooking for your man? He should be getting food from you, not from no other restaurant. If he got to keep getting it from a restaurant, if you say, why don't they hire a maid? If he got to hire a maid, he got to do everything outside of you. Then why is it that you need to be there at that point? Aren't you the woman of the house? I'm not saying you can't get house help, but aren't you the woman of the house? Don't you want to be in control of things and you feeding the family, or at least directing some of that? You don't want your man to get too independent of you, women. You want your men to be looking to you for certain things, not other people. Because if he's so independent of you, it may not be too long that he may not be with you. Just letting you know that as a married man. If I'm looking to some restaurant to cook my food all the time, if I'm looking to somebody else to help do things in the house, if I'm looking, there's always somebody else doing it, then they're like, what am I doing? Am I married to those people, or I'm married to my wife? What's going on? So, like I said, once again, for them, this is a joke. They joking around. They made other videos that made it quite obvious that this is a joke. Okay, obviously, right? But there's nothing wrong with a brother having somebody do something for him. There's nothing wrong with that. And any woman that's seriously mad about this joke, actually, you seriously mad about it? Do you have a husband at home? And you say, yeah, I got one, and I don't do all that for him. Okay, you don't. Or maybe he's the simp of the house. I don't know. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this, particular situation, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know some ladies may agree with me, and some may be highly pissed off. Don't care. The fact is that if a woman treating you like that and you a decent dude, you ain't going nowhere. You're not. You know, my wife has been treating me very good, definitely for a long time, and it doesn't change. And that's why you don't hear me complaining about my wife. You don't hear me talking about trying to go anywhere. You know, I could ask my wife to cook me something, and she'll say, yeah, I'll go get it, I'll make it. It's not slavery. I think that's so insulting to say slavery when someone chooses to be married and actually want to do something for their husband or do something for their wife. That's not slavery. That's called a relationship.